Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. So I got around to checking out this musical biopic of Bruce Springsteen called Springsteen Deliver Me From Nowhere. It's supposed to be written and directed by Scott Cooper, who previously directed Crazy Heart. That was starring Jeff Bridges. It won Jeff Bridges an Oscar for Best Actor. He did had a couple of films that were a little bit of a miss, like Hostels or movie like Black Mass with Johnny Depp. And it kind of and then he kind of fell off for a while, but then he was announced that he was directing the Bruce Springsteen biopic movie that's supposed to be taking place in the early 80s that is focusing on Bruce Springsteen's personal life as he's recording a new album called Nebraska, and he goes back to his hometown that he grew up in, and he's also struggling with the ghosts of his past and try to reconcile of his whole like the depression and his mental health, especially during the time with his relationship with his father. So this movie, I didn't really have to have a little high expectations going into it. I mean, I know that they were going to make a biopic of Bruce Springsteen. I loved his music. I loved his songs, but I never really knew anything about his personal life or his background at all. And it looks like that they wanted to tackle his personal life that they never really explored before, and to why he created that album Nebraska in the first place. I haven't listened to all of his songs, but this is a little bit more of a period piece, self-contained character drama, and it's a character study of Bruce Springsteen, really. If you're expecting this movie to be a little bit more of how he became famous in the first place, and you're going to see a big crazy montage of him performing live on stage, this is not going to be that movie for you, because this is going to be the movie that's going to be tackling through his mental health and his depression. And when they announced that Jeremy Allen White was going to be playing Bruce Springsteen, I kept an open mind, because I think Jeremy Allen White is an incredible actor. He got an Emmy win for best actor at for the best series drama called The Bear. I remember him when he was before The Bear. He was in the hit series on Showtime called Shameless, and I think he had a lot of potential. And when they showed a still photo of him as Bruce Springsteen performing live on stage, and I saw the first trailer, you know what? I got on board. I look like he has the potential to get an Oscar nomination. And I think that this is a well-directed film. I really enjoyed it. I kind of expected a little bit more, tackling a little bit more in the flashback of him and his father. And they do tackle a little bit, and they show you the flashbacks in the black and white sequence for the visual storytelling. And they didn't show too much, but we kind of get the picture of what he had gone through, because his father was an alcoholic and a little bit abusive to him at times. I mean, I don't know how much abusive he was, but his father was also battling through mental health and depression, and I love how they were able to show different sides of it. But also, they definitely tackled a little bit of the love story between Bruce and Faye. I mean, I don't know how accurate it was. I don't know how much they have taken. I don't know how much it was fictional. I don't know for sure. I'm gonna have to look into it. But I thought that the actress Odessa Young, who plays Faye in the movie, that plays the love interest, I thought she was fantastic. I thought the chemistry between her and Jeremy Allen White was amazing. I really bought into the love story. And you got Jeremy Strong, who was in the hit series on HBO called Succession. He's playing Bruce, his producer, his music producer, and his manager, who's the one who's always been there for him no matter what. Been through a lot of battles along the way, and he's doing everything he can to make sure he gets what he wants to record his album the way he wants to. And it's not going to be something that he's used to writing songs, because majority of his hit songs are more spreading positivity. But I don't know if anybody at the time knew what the album from Nebraska was really about and what it was made for until you know much about his backstory. Then it starts to make more sense. I've only listened to a couple of his songs, and I thought they were fantastic. You do see a couple of live performances of Jeremy Allen White playing his songs, and you do see one scene when he was playing Born in the USA in the recording studio. I thought that was a great scene. I mean, it's not really a major spoilers, but I thought that what Jeremy Allen White did, I don't know how much it was him singing the songs. It might be, because I listened to both versions and they felt very identical. And if it is actually all 100% Jeremy Allen White singing those songs, kudos to him. because he fucking nailed it. And his performance is absolutely outstanding and electrifying. Sure, he got sort of typecast to playing a role like this because he played the same role like in the Bear, and then he did another biopic drama of called The Iron Claw with Zac Efron that was out a couple of years ago. But I think he's an incredible actor, and he got an Emmy win for that for The Bear. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Academy picks him as the contender for the best actor. Do I think he has a chance of winning? No. And I always say that it's well written and it's well directed. The cinematography was beautiful. I felt like I was in that world. I feel like I was in his world and in his mind, and I love following his story. And there's some things I wish they could have delved in a little bit more with his relationship between him and his father, and how bad it was, but they don't really show it. They basically gave us an idea how it happened, and his character Bruce Springsteen, he doesn't, at the time, he doesn't really open up. He usually pushes people away, especially pushing his girlfriend away, and because he's afraid that he might end up like his father, because it feels like it's a hereditary, that he feels like he's going to be following in his father's footsteps of being drunk, angry, and abusive. And I think that it was such a well executed, the way that they tackled that story. I thought that what they did with the music was absolutely great. I felt like I was in that atmosphere. I was really sucked into that world. But I will say that it's not one of my favorite movies of the year. It's really good, and I think it's worth seeing. And I was able to watch this on the last day that they were showing on an IMAX showing screens. And another thing, it was a big of a missed opportunity. I wish that they, in the third act, without giving away too much, that they show him performing the song Atlantic City of his album Nebraska on stage, because they did it off screen, and I was a little disappointed that they didn't show that, because I thought that would have brought so much deep impact to the film itself, and I think that would have been awesome. And when he made that album, he did not want to make this as a tour. He didn't want to put his face on the album from Nebraska. He didn't want to do any of that. And when it got out, it became the #3 chart at the time, and it became a big hit. And they've even mentioned that he does still struggle with depression, but he also has people around him that love and support him and give him slight of hope to make sure that it's worth going on. And I think that was a very heartfelt movie. And yes, it gets very heavy and depressing at times, but it still was really good. I really enjoyed it. So anyway, I'm going to give this rating an 8 out of 10 for a Springsteen movie. I think it's worth watching. I don't think it's as good as the last musical biopic movie called A Complete Unknown with Bob Dylan, with that's played by Timothée Chalamet. I thought that was a little bit better, but this is still a worthy watch in my opinion. But anyway, what did you think of Springsteen Deliver Me From Nowhere? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I would love to hear it. And if you like this review, make sure you hit that like button, and if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notifications so you know when my videos are up. And if you want to follow my social media platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, the link tree would be down in the description down below. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a great day, great evening, wherever you're from, and stay tuned for more of my content.